Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome, guys. We're back again. We're here with Bread Brothers. And as promised, we brought our patron from the Clone X group, and we're super excited. I want him to introduce himself. Get into it. Get into our patron. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Tell us. Tell us.
I want to start off saying thank you for having me. Truly amazing to be a part of this. So yeah, my name is El Patron on Discord from the USA here in Texas. As you guys, some of you already know in the server, but yeah.
And I saw, like, I met our patron on the Discord group from the Clonex. So for those who don't know Clonex is a NFT project that's being released at the end of this month, and El Patron is a mod there, and this is what this whole episode is about how to become a moderator. We want to know the inside life of what a moderator does, basically. So let's get straight into it. Let's ask a couple of questions to you, El Patron. So how did you become a moderator?
So interesting enough, there's no application or sign up to become a mod.
Yeah.
The team handpicks and hand selects each individual that obviously best represents the Discord community. So for me, basically I was being active, I was helping the other people, just overall providing some skill or benefit impacts to others that are joining in. Because obviously when I joined in, it was about like 8,000 people. Now we just hit like a 77,000 milestone right here. So it's pretty impressive how far we've grown. But yeah, when I came in, just helping others out and just pushing others to success, like inspiration, motivation, they just ended up choosing me.
That's amazing. It's great that there's people like you out there, and I've visually saw this, that you were just answering a lot of people the same, and it was the same question kept being asked. For me, it was a bit frustrating, but hats off to you, dude, to keep responding to the same question, and it requires dedication. It definitely does require dedication to be repeating the same answer over and over again. Is there a small tip that you do? Like, is there a shortcut, or is it just, because I see that you individually respond to each questions, but is there a hack that you use to help you?
It varies from question to question. Obviously, like the most prominent question is like, well, what is the whitelist, or when's the mint date? So I have that on like a copy paste sort of a thing.
Oh, awesome.
But for me, like, I can type without looking, so I'm usually pretty fast typer, so that also works for me as well. Just little things like that, being tech savvy, just figuring out what works here in this situation, what works there. That's all I've been able to do, pretty honest. Also staying active, of course, that obviously helps. Just like boom, 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 done.
And how much time does it actually take, if you don't mind me asking, Patron? Like, how much time is there with the team? Now you're a part of the Clonex team, which is great, and I'm going to ask you a couple of Clonex questions too. But I want to know how much time actually requires for, like, let's say if I wanted to become a moderator, how much time should I dedicate a day? I know it's a volunteering job, from what I understand.
Yeah.
Is there a certain requirement that the team asks you, or is it just whatever you decide?
It's honestly whatever you decide, but I noticed like there's some moderators that are obviously busy, like Loka GG, one of the whales from the artifact community. He recently had a baby, so he's not really active as much. And obviously Dylan or Tropics, he's doing his festivals and things like that, so he's not there in the community as much as he'd like to, but obviously just got to represent the brand and making sure that everyone knows like what's up to date, things like that. And obviously the community does a great help as well. But just being like the face of the brand, kind of in that sense of being a moderator, just making sure being there, providing that insight for others.
That's amazing. You guys are doing amazing. Hats off to you guys. It's not easy to.
Thank you.
Now you're dealing with 77,000 people. That's crazy. That's crazy. So is there an incentive of being a part of being of a group like this? I know Clone X is such a big project. From whether it be from this Discord group or any of your other friends that you might have known who may be moderators, is there is there an incentive of being a moderator for Clonex?
So for Clonex, we get one clone for free to us. That's what our
Wow.
incentive. But yeah, there's not, other than that, there's not really like a pay system or anything like that. It's just like more so doing it out of like benefit to us, because we like to help others in the community. And obviously being with the community is such an impactful thing, because everyone's so kind and so positive in there. It's truly like an amazing community. So glad to be there, spending time with everyone in there.
100%. And that's what I love about the NFT space. You can really tell who wants to be a part of the community, and you can tell people are flippers, right? And it's interesting what you said. When someone comes in straight away and says, how can I be a part of the whitelist? And I'm just like, dude, you're not even thinking about like how to contribute to the community. You're just thinking about how to cash in. Like, I know everyone has their own reasons, but then again,
sure.
you know what I mean? Yeah, it's great that the incentive for you guys is to have one Clonex, because I'm pretty bullish on the Clonex project myself. I own a couple of eligible items, so I'm waiting to see what's going to happen. And day by day, there's always like something new popping up. It's just very exciting, very exciting. So the other question that I wanted to ask you is, so how often do you guys actually meet up? Like, I know we touched on the base of how much time do you dedicate. Do they give you guys like a limited information, or just what you need to know?
So it varies week by week. Sometimes we have like a weekly meetings, especially now closer to Clonex, preparing. Like, there's obviously going to be like a lot of people disappointed, unfortunately, because there's only 20,000 being produced. So there's obviously going to be some troubles there. Obviously making sure everyone gets the details, like the snapshot details, basically what you need to know before minting happens. But other than that, we do get a little bit of insight that the public doesn't know, but it's not really too heavy on those details. It's just like little snippets, just a little sneak peek extra that we get.
So like, did you, like, when they released Takashi, did you guys know about that before the public, or was that a surprise for you guys as well?
So interesting enough, we actually did, but we kept it a secret, just trying to make sure like no one else figures it out before that reveal date. But some people caught on early on, but thankfully enough, they kept it a secret as well.
100%. That's awesome, man. That's all. And I love hearing about this stuff. And I hope that whoever's watching this, and if you want to become a moderator, I guess this is a bit of an insight, being a part of a moderator, the incentives, the details. And I think from what I'm gathering from El Patron, and if you've seen him on the Discord group of the Clonex group, you can see that he's passionate. And I hope that if you are passionate, I do recommend you to become, or try to become a moderator. Try to help. You don't have to become a moderator, but at least try to help others. And hopefully you'll get recognized like El Patron. And you're doing an amazing job, El Patron, and we love what you're doing.
Thank you.
So the next question I wanted to ask is, so how big is the team?
So we have 11 members between moderators and staff members, as well as the founders. That's like 3 founders. But basically, most of us, well, I guess 3 of us, maybe 4, are from the United States. The rest are elsewhere, like Artsy's from Poland. I don't know where the other few are, but it's all across the world, basically, as well as the staff members. They're all obviously, there's one in France. I know Clegg is in Utah. He's one of the founders. Yeah. Just every part of the world, basically.
Is there any Australians? Is there any Australians in your team?
Not that I'm aware of. I don't think so.
Because
everyone's everywhere.
It's a bit, because coming back to what you were saying a bit earlier about how you guys are working, certain people have, you mentioned one of your team members had a child and the other guy's busy as well. I guess having people in different time zones, it will help you guys, right? Or do you guys kind of roster saying, hey, I'll take care of the 1 a.m. shift and you guys take care of the 5 a.m. shift? Is there anything like that?
Not really. Technically, The joke is that I'm one of the bots on the Discord, or the Clonex, I guess, is what they call me, because I'm pretty much there all the time.
Champion.
But for the most part, is Handro's there like pretty much during the day. Kai's there a little bit after, just because he's in California.
Yeah.
And then I'm there pretty much most of the time, and then RT comes in like around 2-3 a.m. my time, so that's when I dip.
And then finally, what I really wanted to ask is, what's with the Lime game? Like, I know everyone considers you, as you said, as a bot that you're there, but there's this whole new Lime game that's happening there. Can you elaborate a bit on it? What is the deal with that?
So funny thing is that actually started off as a joke between Handro and Shakira and I. Basically, what they did was they named themselves Patron's right line and Patron's left line. Wow. And eventually, one of the staff members, Icon, he came in and basically gave my own little lime emoji. And from that point on, it really like just blew up. People just started making GIFs. They started making memes about the limes. Even got our own banners, things like that. So much so that even the staff and founders have been wanting to join the Lime game. Like, it's literally nothing more than just, I guess, like a sub community within that Artifact Discord. But awesome. It's really cool that they wanted to include us in the Clonex project. They're even going to make Lime game trades.
Really?
So that's one of those little details. Yeah.
And so a small joke went viral, and within your own group, it's just now becoming bigger and bigger now.
Yeah, it's part of like a legacy, honestly. Like, that's just figuring out like when they were trying to include us in, is just like honestly so surreal. Like, Clonex of all things, you know, just crazy.
Like, and you're saying so is that still like, are they still considering of doing like something with Clonex and Lime, or are they just going to keep it separate? You know, I want to see an NFT of Lime. Like, I want to see an NFT of Lime.
So the Lime game is separate from Artifact, but they're going to include like maybe some jewelry or things like that. They hinted on stuff on like things like Twitter and things like that. But they also mentioned on Discord that they already have like Lime trades ready to go when Clonex comes out. So it's really interesting to see. We don't know exactly what they're gonna provide to us, but it's honestly like, again, like so surreal just being a part of that. It all started off as a joke. It's really crazy.
And you know what? That's what I love. And that's what's the beauty about the internet world and the NFT or the crypto world, where it just takes one certain mind to come up with an idea. And then if the other person loves it, everyone just keeps jumping on it, and it just becomes bigger than Ben-Hur. I absolutely love it. I want to see if there's a Discord group, if you guys do create, is there a subgroup for the Lime group in Artifact Studios?
Not really, but we did start creating like a Twitter and an Instagram account. We haven't built on it too much just because Clonex has been really like the main focus. We don't want to attract attention from that, but I think sooner or later we're gonna build up on that for sure.
Oh man, I am super excited, dude. Congratulations for being, I guess, a legacy in the Lime in the Lime game. But which was coming to my next question, which is, so what happens, especially as a moderator, or you know, what happens when the Clonex drop happens? Let's say it's done, dusted. Do you guys still continue your role, or do you start up another project? What happens? Like, I guess what I wanted to ask you is, and for our audience, is what is your future that you're hoping to see?
So they hinted at several more projects later after Clonex. Obviously, hands on deck right now for Clonex, because obviously we know it's been delayed quite a few times, but perfection takes time in itself. Like, you know, Rolls Royce takes like 6 months just to build one car. Same concept here, but they hinted at like 7 more projects after this. Obviously, we know the Basie and Macy collab with Artifacts. We know there's gonna be a Vision project after this one. Just things like that. We know we're gonna be like helping out in those different things, because overall there's gonna be more opportunities for everyone. If it's not Clonex, it's gonna be the next one and the next, and more giveaways and things like that.
That's amazing. And Patron, are you seeing yourself to go more full-time in this industry? I don't know if you're full-time. Are you seeing yourself more going full-time in this industry, in the NFT space?
I think so, just because like I've been integrated basically in this whole like society of NFTs.
Yeah.
So like this one person tweeted out like you can spend several years learning like a skill, traditional degree, or you can spend 1 or 2 years learning about the NFTs, the cryptocurrencies, things like that.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a emerging market, still so fresh in our society. So there's a lot of potential here to grow.
100%. I never thought that I would be diving into the rabbit hole, and it just keeps getting deeper and deeper. As I said, I'm good friends with the Medikey boys, which is Maddie, DCR blogger, and Agent M Mossy, and they're the guys who got me into the NFT industry, and I just love it. It's just amazing, getting to meet new people every day. Interviewing you, that's awesome. I was excited about this interview. Like, I've never met you before, but it was really cool.
Thank you. Likewise.
Thank you. The last question I'm going to ask you, and then I'm going to let you go, dude. I know you're pretty busy. Now, looking at your avatar there, is that the Clonex they're going to drop you, or is it random that you're going to get a random drop?
So this was made, it's a one-of-one made by Luxo in the community. Wow. He's one of the community managers there. Yep. He helps a lot. He's very active in there, but yeah, this is just a custom one. It's all Clonex are gonna be random, so we won't know what we get essentially until after the reveal day, which is after the public sale.
Oh, that's amazing. I think everyone's gonna be super excited. I think people are still waking up to the whole Clonex project. And I've noticed that you guys have been very conservative when you're marketing as well. Like, I know there's a lot of there, but there isn't. I think, are you guys going with the organic approach?
For sure, yeah. We want the artwork itself or the NFT itself to essentially show it off rather than forcing it in people's faces. That's why we don't want to whitelist in our communities, just because we want to build that loyal following. And obviously, it's going to make a better impact than just pure hype alone, as we've seen in other projects.
100%. Yeah, I hate when that happens, where unfortunately people kind of move on from one project to the other project, and there is not the true believers in the projects remaining there. I know I said that was the last question, but I promise this is the final last question, which is, what is your tip for anyone who do want to become a moderator? Like, what's one takeaway message that you'll say to those guys or girls who are listening to this? What should they do? Or your tip, anything.
So my tip would be, if you're looking just to get an incentive, then just don't do it, honestly. I've seen many people, once they heard about like, oh, you get a free Clonex for being a moderator, then they started putting more effort into it. But no, this is not what it's about. It's about creating that impact, spreading that positivity, just helping others, making sure that we welcome everyone with open arms and things like that. Just being positive and inspirational, to be honest, because obviously, like, a lot of people, they honestly call me like the Clonex of the Artifact Discord, or the Beast, or the Monster, just because I'm there like basically 24/7, just wanting to make sure I help everyone out. But yeah, make sure to help everyone, incentive or not. It's always good to have positive people in there.
It's good that you said that. I love it, man. That tip is brilliant, because you can really, as we spoke about earlier, you can really tell when someone's truly doing it for financial gains, or purely for if you actually love the environment and the community. So hats off to you again, Patron. It's been a pleasure interviewing you, dude. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for giving us your time. I hope that your fans or the Greenline team sees this video and gives you a massive shout out. Thank you so much again. You take care, buddy.
I'll be sure to spread it out. Thank you. Can't wait to see y'all with the clones.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you again. Ciao.